This is the Kitchen Sink WP podcast, episode 531.
I program my own computer.
We have a server crash, 404 error, page not found, links aren't working, system is crashing, system is crashing, system is crashing.
Your old HTML website, barely alive. We have the technology. We have WordPress. A new website, better than it was before. Better, stronger, faster. Why, hello everybody, this is Adam Silver, the host of the Kitchen Sink WP podcast. Thanks for being here. Let's get started. All right, first and foremost, upcoming events. We have one WordCamp next weekend, WordCamp Buffalo. It's in New York. It's May 4th, so May the 4th be with you. Sorry, couldn't resist the Star Wars reference there. It's a one-day camp. Last year I wanted to go, almost booked it, and then I realized couldn't attend because it was the same weekend, if I'm not mistaken, as my daughter's college graduation. So I didn't go. Not going this year. No graduations though, but I have some other event I need to be at here in town actually. So it's already on the calendar. Sorry, not going to be there. All right, moving on. Segment 1 in the news. One thing I want to talk about here, WordFence had an event called the Bug Extravaganza back on April 14th. Somebody submitted they found a bug and they got paid $493 as a bounty. Pretty cool. It's for the plugin WP Datepicker, which has more than 10,000 active installs, and the vulnerability would allow authenticated attackers with subscriber level access and above to change options, which could be easily leveraged to escalate privileges. So yeah, there's a lot going on there. If you're using that plugin, update it. If you can find bugs in plugins, you can make money, by the way. So keep that in mind. I don't have that skill. I have a skill of seeing mistakes with CSS or layouts. Found one actually a few weeks ago to a friend. I shared with my friend their website their about page for their company had some weird scrolling going on. So anyway, but it's kind of neat. So congratulations to the person who won that bounty. So it's pretty cool. All right, moving on. Segment 2, the meat potatoes. This week, I want to talk once again about sales. More specifically, though, selling really big projects to really big clients, like otherwise known as enterprise companies and clients. And enterprise not being the car rental company necessarily. So first, let me define the term for you, because it can be a little confusing, like what's an enterprise client or company? And it's defined as this online. It typically refers to a large organization with significant resources, a substantial workforce, and complex operations. These entities often operate on a global scale, have a strong market presence within their industry. Enterprise clients and companies are characterized by their high purchasing power, extensive infrastructure, and sophisticated technology requirements. Additionally, in additional resources that I found, or references really, two more things come to note. Size and scale as well as complexity. The size and scale of enterprise clients are very, very large. Numerous employees, significant revenue streams, multiple locations, subsidiaries, and an international office, potentially. Complexity is that they are very complex as far as their business processes go, with supply chains, possible regulatory requirements, and geographic regions. So that's something to consider as well. So you're probably asking yourself, what makes enterprise clients different from a perspective of a website? Aren't their needs the same as your current clients? It's a solid question. And the answer is yes and no. I mean, a website's a website on one side of things, but enterprise clients and companies typically differ from a non-enterprise client in 5 key ways. Okay. First and foremost, scale and scope of project. Enterprise clients typically have a larger, more complex project with significant budgets compared to the non-enterprise clients. You know, a lot of non-enterprise clients, and we saw the report come out not too long ago from Kyle Van Dusen at WP Admin Bar, where I think the average price was at $5,000. But, nonetheless, enterprise clients are going to pay a lot more because the scale and scope of project is that much more involved with multiple stakeholders and departments. Number 2, higher expectations. The clients have much higher expectations when it comes to quality, service, and support. Okay. Number 3, I've been around this one a long time, longer sales cycles. When I worked at an enterprise company myself in sales, it took much longer to sell something to a much larger company because the sales process tends to just be longer and more involved. It's due to the complexity of the decision-making process, getting budgets approved, getting the PO taken care of, evaluations, and multiple decision makers. Okay. Number 4, stricter compliance and security requirements. These clients often have strict compliance and requirements that must be met by the service providers. This includes any adherence to any industry regulations, data protection, cybersecurity, privacy, etc. So, and number 5, customization and flexibility. Enterprise clients often require a very customized solution tailored to their very specific needs and challenges. So, with that all being said, how does one attract such a client and ideally land them? Because this can make or break, this could really make your business take it to the completely new level. Not even the next level, it's a whole new level. So, in the research I found, in no specific order, I found 3 ways that you can go out there and attract such a client. In no specific order, like I said. Number 1, you're going to want to develop a strong portfolio and have case studies. These clients want to see evidence of your past successes and your ability to handle large-scale projects. Now, you want to build a portfolio showcasing all this. Highlight the projects that demonstrate your expertise in handling complex web development tasks. Additionally, you're going to want to create detailed case studies that outline the challenges you faced, your solution, and the results achieved for that client. And yes, you might have to redact that client's information if you don't have permission to use it. But all the information together will instill the confidence in the new lead generation process. Okay. Number 2, establish thought leadership and authority. You really want to position yourself and your business as an industry leader in web development. Publish high quality content on your site, your blog, your social media, and it just demonstrates your knowledge and expertise. You want to offer insights, tips, trends relevant to the enterprise level web development. Speak at events, participate in webinars, contribute articles, etc. And this is kind of a go-to thing that a lot of companies do, but we forget sometimes that it takes time to build up that leadership and authority. Okay. And number 3, network and build relationships. Enterprise clients often prefer to work with businesses they know and trust. It's a known thing here. You have to take the time, you have to invest the time in networking with the key decision makers within the target industry that you're going after. Okay. Attend those conferences of that industry. Join the professional associations. Participate in online forums, etc. Building genuine relationships with these clients can and will lead to long-term partnerships and those high-valued projects. Okay, so taking all that into account, I'm going to suggest, me personally, I would lean into number 3 because networking, first and foremost, at least that's where I would spend the time because it's what my strength is. And then looking at the other 2 and figuring out how do I get those to be better. And if it's not my strength, I'm going to then partner with another person or another company, maybe merge to fill those gaps, because a lot of times, the saying is you're stronger together than apart, whereas some people might see it as competition. I don't. So if you're at a point where you want to go to that really next level, like a whole new industry, if you will, or not industry, like a stratosphere, I'm not sure what the word is here, but nonetheless, just that big, huge jump, I think you need to take these things in consideration and really dive down and drill down into what your strength is and build a team around it. You might have to hire somebody, you might have to acquire a company or merge, etc. But I think it's doable. So again, develop a strong portfolio and case studies, establish thought leadership and authority, network and build relationships. Those 3 main things are the ways to get into that next level of sales. Okay, so do you have anything else you want to suggest? I would love to hear it. If you've done enterprise work and you've been successful, or you had learning experiences, otherwise known as failures, reach out. Love to talk to you about that as well. All right. Moving on, segment 3, tip and tool of the week. This one is a plugin for WordPress that embeds Loom videos. It's called Vloomp. What's it called? Yeah, Vloomp. This is over on mindsize.com's website. They mentioned it. Jeff Chandler actually wrote the article here. So if you want to check it out, I'll put a link in the show notes. Again, it's called Vloomp, Vloomp. Lets you add Loom videos on the back end for easy viewing. So on WordPress. Pretty cool. Check it out. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. If you have any questions, go ahead, send it in via email, adam@KitchensinkWP.com, or use the speak pipe function on the website. If you want to support the show, become a Patreon. I would love that. Or you can buy me a coffee. If you want to sponsor the show, there's a form on the website. Fill it out. Get right back to you. Thanks for listening. See you next week. Now go out and do some awesome things with WordPress. All right? Bye-bye.